As you can see, we're back here with Oakie. I'm out here at the shop. It's been 2 weeks or so since I've been able to do anything, since my brother's been able to do anything, and with Dad, he can't really do as much, but he did do one thing. Here's some progress he did make. Pardon the mess here. Look at that. He finally got it. He had to cut the ball, but Oakie needs a ball change, is done. Dad got it done. Took him a couple days, but he did it, and he did it while my brother and I were working, you know, so I couldn't really film and get that stuff, and it's a little much for him. But here, I'll take you under. It's gonna be dark, but I'll take you under to show you what we're doing. Right there. Right behind me here is the clutch, or not the clutch. What's right here behind me is the transmission, but I've got to take this flywheel off because this pilot bearing, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up in here for you to see. Let's see. This pilot bearing, where my finger's at, I don't know how well this is going to show because it's dark. But this pilot bearing, I can't get with my puller. So there's tricks. You can pack grease and you got to have a punch. You can do bread. There's all sorts of tricks you can do to get this, supposedly get this pilot bearing out. I don't have time for that, and I'm going to take these 9 bolts off, and we're going to drop this dual mass flywheel. So good thing is we got all the parts. Here's the new pilot bearing. Alignment tool. New throwout bearing. New clutch. A new pressure plate. I'm not going to be able to film getting the flywheel off just because it's, you see the transmission. You see the transmission is right here, and then my flywheel, my space area, and it's darker there. I only have one light, so I don't have really much room. I'm not gonna let this up for you right now to show you because it is heavy, but you can see it's dug into the matting on the creeper because I tried to lift it up. This thing is very heavy. I'm gonna get the bearing right here. This is what I gotta get out. Most of the time, most your 5-speeds is gonna have the pilot bearing inside the crankshaft right here, down in here. But on this 7.3 diesel, it's a 7.3 IDI, non-turbo, with the ZF5 transmission, they are, as you can see, they are inside the flywheel. So, good thing is, I can get a socket and a punch and just drive this out. And then drive the new one in the opposite way, and then lift this s.o.b back up there. Good thing is, you can see how this only goes one way, and you can see that little notch there and this cutout here. The new bearing is the same way, so we know, hopefully you can tell, this bearing, we're going to flip this over and we're going to press it in this way, and luckily, you see that step right there, it's got a guide to see how far it can go down. I'm sure that was good on camera. I got my thumb pretty good. You can't see it because it's dirty, but I got it. I got it pretty good. But I got it out. There it is. Whew. Today is not my day. Oh, my thumb hurts because I smashed it between the hammer and the socket real good. I don't get how it happened, but it did. But this thing is extremely heavy, so I need to make sure I can put that. We'll have to there we go. See, that's a good thing. Can only go in one way like I was saying earlier. So this should just drop down. And with a block of wood, we should be able to put that back into place. I got the flywheel cleaned up. Instead of sending it out to resurface, might as well. I just took the flat disc right there, and I got a couple of the bolts here, but I didn't dig into it, just a little. Ain't gonna hurt, but it's nice and smooth. It's cleaned up, and I'm gonna try to get this pilot bearing put back in. All right. That actually went decent. I was afraid I was going to have trouble with that nick, and then it was kind of a real tight fit. But, you know, this Harbor Freight bearing race and seal driver set, you know, get the right one. I originally had that one because it fits down in there perfect, actually. But I switched out, put the smaller one on right there. Trusty hammer, as you'll hear. Seated. Okay, I got as far as I can go. I got these bolts cleaned up and ready to have Loctite in. Pilot bearings in, surface is cleaned up, so hopefully I'm just waiting on my brother to come so we can he can help me put this back up into that. Okay. Oh, flywheel's back up. Time to torque.